On the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. And he's coming out of the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will have the first possession of the game. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feed.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that's going to be the challenge for this offense tonight, is holding up against this pass rush. They are one of the best defenses in the entire nation because of their ability to get pressure on the quarterback. They're going to have to do a much better job tonight protecting their guy, or they've got no shot.
Across the 25, he's got room. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the draw play, it's about looking over here, looking pass, and then slipping it in real quick. Defense, too quick getting in the backfield, caging that ball, making it stay in the middle of the field, getting the big TFL.
Makes a move. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. So Memphis offense will go to work for the first time today. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Bulls his way forward.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Now he's looking to throw it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls in the football.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Give to the running back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
At the 33-yard line. Now, a 4th down.
On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a catch past the sticks. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
That's a great example of a receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and goal. The snap sets up to throw. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense, ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
They'll leave it with him. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Vandergrift. Caught. Finds a crease at the 20. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Wilcox. They bring him down, and he's gonna lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Got him downfield. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is ready to give him a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Going to the ground. Runs through a tackle. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. The receiver on the jet sweep. Open space at the 25. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. From the gun, give on the inside.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Vandergrift. He caught it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A first down run on the doorstep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
The defense there has their backs against the wall. That's a great job of really just gearing down, getting some push up front, not giving away anything, and making that play and that tackle.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have...
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You could see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Memphis will be forced to punt. Fair catch called for and made. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Wide out in motion. The give to the tailback. Continuing to churn and move him forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going. Yeah,
let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they'd love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They've made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference, David.
Yeah, and now they got to put it together, right? Now, this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity within the league of all the coaches. So this is really hard for them, but I'm interested to see what they can do and to see if they can bounce back.
The give is to Smith. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Now they're going to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Memphis picking up the tempo. on 3rd down going up top. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan is just getting blown off the field right now. We've been watching big games in the Big House forever, and I've personally never seen anything like this. They're trailing by 18 to Wisconsin. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Here's the give off the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, that really speaks to the identity of this defense, guys. They take pride in big hits and clean tackles, but they're going to let you know they're there. And they're going to let you know for 60 minutes. I love this run defense because of the way they play them.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And listen, our quarterback drops back and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Hauls it in, looking for space. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that is priority #1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Fires and picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. They'll run the toss. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Vandergrift. He's got it. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Kentucky.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll bring it out. It's Banks. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. This offense has a second down play. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away to buy time. He'll pull it down. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
These guys aren't human able. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They'll try to get outside. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end, get a nice positive game in the toss play.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see their general...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Rob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Makes the catch, and he will score! Touchdown, Wildcats! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point in the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum.
Going over the top. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's running free down the middle. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Memphis.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. They've cut into this lead. It's down to 11 as they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Memphis. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Wildcats will boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense...
He's looking deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Memphis. And here they come, almost all the way back.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan is getting smoked. This is unexpected. This is alarming. And I've been on social, and their recruits are definitely taking notice. They're trailing by 18 to Wisconsin. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to pass, it's Vandergrift. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Snags it over the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. The run from the shotgun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. And they get the sack just like that.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, giving those receivers faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive. Getting a stop. He lets one fly deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip. And they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Going for it all. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Memphis will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Quick handoff. Still running at the 40. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the 3rd. Right back to the well. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Dropping back, it's Vandergrift. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. This is picked off in the end zone, but the officials are saying he was out of bounds. Just an incomplete pass and a huge break for the offense. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50+, and he did it with ease.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it out. It's Banks. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more. He tries to take the top off. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Split backs here. Looking to throw on second down. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Smith takes the handoff.
Second down coming up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He lost one down the sideline.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites. You're going to look out there and that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Vandergriff. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On the move, it's Wilcox. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Coming after it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And I think if you're the head coach here, you've kind of got mixed reviews on your passing attack so far because, yes, you've thrown for a bunch of yards and you've thrown a couple touchdowns, but you've also given up 4 sacks now. Pass protection has not been great, even though they've got the lead in this game.
It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Looking for blockers. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you scored here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Tiger! And the comeback is on.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up to add another.
Is on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The offense lining up for a first down play. They run the reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. 2nd down coming up. To throw, it's Vandergrift. Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And he runs a quick out route. This is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him throwing the football. You can tell they're throwing this a time or 2. Nice job, nice success.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that.
Loss of 1.
How about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one, and David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wilcox. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Vandergrift. Finds the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Pressure coming. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up your pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
He got it.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. The returner will field it and bring it back. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something.
He wants to take the top off. He's got it on the right. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Tiger. Somehow, they got up off the deck, and they got back in the game, and they're all tied up.
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him, and the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point gives him a 1-point lead here in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Michigan is just getting blown off the field right now. We've been watching big games in the Big House forever, and I've personally never seen anything like this. They're trailing by 18 to Wisconsin. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. Looking for a man. It's Vandergrift. Working that left side now. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on second down. And they got him for the sack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on third down coming up. Let's call it third and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Working the middle, it's complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going back to the ground. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Might as well stick with him. Can't get him to the ground. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Back to pass. It's Vandergrift. Finds his big tight end. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Going up top on first down. It's complete to the right. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Kentucky trying to get a little scratch in the red zone. Grab near the marker. It's Wilcox. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. He'll keep it himself. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Kentucky.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Line gets set, first down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Snatches it on the right. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be...
Throws toward the end zone. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football nowadays, right? This is how it works, a ton of points. Defenses learn as you go, but you got to get better. You got to force some turnovers, create those negative plays. Just can't give up so many points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.